Adoption has changed in the 21st century for a number of reasons. One of the biggest ones is the internet. But the other one, and it's very important, is the adoption movement. The emphasis shifted towards open adoption for very good and important reasons. It's too hard to not know where you came from and not understand also why you were placed for adoption. What's your story? I realized very dramatically that the internet was affecting adoption when my, at the time, 12-year-old daughter came home and said, "Mom, my school friend found her birth mother on Facebook." Both my children were adopted in closed adoptions, and I realized at that point that we were in a whole new world and that this was going to impact adoption as much as anything. And I helped her and my son search for and find their birth families. I think open adoption is a great new way of doing things for two reasons. One, the child knows where they come from, and two, the parents know where they come from. You can ask questions. There are things like health history. What did you do in school? What kind of things did you like? We discovered when we opened my daughter's adoption that her birth mother loved horseback riding, and so does she. The challenges, I think, of openness are how to navigate good, clear, healthy boundaries for everybody. The birth parents have to trust that the adoptive parents will be respectful of them and respect whatever agreement they make with them about contact. And the adoptive parents need to trust that the birth family will respect them as the parents who make the rules and discipline the child and make the decisions for their lives. Adoptive parents have always faced the challenge of bonding with a child that they share psychologically with another family. What's different now in open adoption is that they share that child psychologically with a family that everybody actually knows. And that can be wonderful, and also sometimes it can be confusing, and sometimes it can be messy. Even with openness, there is loss, and I think openness is an attempt to foreclose on loss, but there is still a life you didn't lead with another family. You have an environment now where there are many different kinds of stories going on, and there are still always going to be closed adoptions. Some children who are adopted truly have been abandoned, and their parents are holding painful information about that sometimes. It's a different challenge from openness, and one that needs a lot of support. And that's also true in the case of international adoptions, where there's usually not openness. Most modern parents are faced with the challenge of how to monitor their kids on the internet. Adoptive parents have the added challenge of how to monitor what their kids are doing in terms of finding family and communicating with them in ways that are positive rather than negative. Being on the lookout for opportunities to talk about adoption in everyday life is good to hold in mind. It keeps the signal to your children that you're open to talking about it, you'll field their questions, you'll talk about their feelings with them if they want to, so that there's an opportunity for things to come out if something's going on that you don't know about.